love for the Purrely deck is like on par with my love for Voice's Voice.
Yeah, about the same, I would agree.
I thought it was Salmon great last format, but fair enough.
Impermanence on the Unicorn, and usually you want to try to avoid that, but against Pure Kashtira, it's so good, and we see the Phantom Sky Blaster. We were bamboozled when we saw it on the list, and it's a one-off, but if you just draw it, it's pretty good, isn't it?
It was limited once upon a time, right?
It was.
I'm pretty sure it's been back since.
Oh, it was so cool in Sky Strikers.
Yeah, in the Sky Striker, Trickstar Sky Striker days, those were really the days where this card was shining, right?
Wasn't it just in Pure?
I think he played it in like a danger deck, no?
Oh, that too.
Okay, we all played completely different formats back in the day, apparently.
But we all played
and he played double Impermanence on that. That's rough.
And now you just go into Moon of Closed Heaven and watch your opponent.
I'm really surprised, honestly. Sky Blaster, I'm just curious to know what kind of combos this is supposed to be incorporating here.
This is probably a Cybers combo, right?
Yeah, actually, it looks like a Cybers combo judging by the extra deck. And one thing that I was assuming was, okay, it's a level 4, so maybe with Rysart you do have like an extra rank 4 that you can go into additionally to the rank 7s that you're going for, but there is no rank 4 in his extra deck, so I also don't really know, besides the tokens, what that Sky Blaster really is there for. Oh, reinforcement of the army, look at that. We would have access to another level 4 monster.
Isn't that a stun deck? Why are we extending through double hand trap now? this feels odd.
Nah. You're doing Kashtira wrong. It's a very good deck, not just a stun deck.
This is really cool because the Rhoda picks up the Arise Heart, and then we can now summon the Scare Cash from the hand by banishing the Unicorn.
Yeah.
And I guess that's going, I mean, I'm not sure what we'll end on, but it's an IP Masquerena for sure.
We can recycle the Kashtira Unicorn by banishing the Theosis from the deck with the Rysart. I like that a lot as well.
That is very much true. I mean, probably just a nice little Shangri-Ira plus the IP Masquerena, then summoning out a Fenrir from the deck. Honestly, doesn't sound like that bad of a field to me.
Through 2 Impermanence, that could be okay, yeah.
And especially with the field spell also up, because you cannot forget, like when that Shangri-Ira then would trigger to block a zone from your opponent, you could also destroy an additional card through the field spell too, so that would be a lot of interaction actually.
Yes, but it also doesn't feel like a field that can't be beaten.
Yeah,
this is with 4 cards in hand. I think that you're very happy about it. Like that. Oh, and we also see that Oscar is main decking Nibiru, the Primal Being, which would be detrimental in this situation if it was in hand. But I think that if your opponent is playing a combo, you keep the Impermanence
exactly, that's what I was going to say.
Nibiru, even though there is no Appaloosa anymore, that is going to stop you from doing that.
Yeah, I think generally if I see my opponent summon a Sky Blaster, I'm going to be a little bit worried, and I would be holding Nibiru and Imperm for some kind of link climbing shenanigans that we didn't really get to see here. But as you said, Basti, it is just Masquerena plus the Shangri-Ira, most likely summoning out a Fenrir here.
I mean, we haven't even talked about it yet. Oscar is the Purrely player of the tournament. There are a couple more, but he's the most successful one so far. Only 1 draw, and besides that, 4 wins. And yep, Fenrir coming out as well. And Purrely, as I was saying in the intro, definitely one of those decks that can play into fields very, very well, that can just trade with cards. Of course, the Delicious is very, very good at that. Or not necessarily the Delicious. What's the name of the Exceed monster? Which one I'm... Beauty. Beauty is the one. When it is attached to the memory, then it will be getting monsters under it, and that's really, really strong. Working through fields, but let's see whether we have the ability to do that. First of all, Purrely normal summon.
Yeah. So Resolution here, you do get to see what your opponent banishes.
Okay.
A Sleepy, that's nice. So it might be worth using the Fenrir on Resolution here because Purrely Street is such a big threat. It's a really, really strong card going second that allows you to play into targeting. And yeah, we resolve the Purrely. Will we use the Fenrir? Is thinking about it for a moment.
I mean, you know that this deck plays the Purrely Street and that you're protected by almost everything that...
Honestly, I'm not sure about this because that kind of leaves you without having the additional distraction effect of the field spell, you know?
Yeah, but when do you do that?
I mean, you have the IP Masquerena still, so you could just use the Fenrir on something, possibly the field spell even, and then afterwards you go into SP Little Knight or something. So, like, I think you just get... you're getting little value out of it right now, but it might still be enough here the way Alexis is doing it. Oh, my friend Purrely too, though.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Should probably double check with the judges here to make sure that the Shangri-Ira zone is properly indicated here, since we did actually use the Shangri-Ira to target Monster Zone 2 underneath the extra deck.
Fair, yeah.
Not quite what it used to be, being able to combo with Diablosis and lock multiple zones in a turn, so it's not going to be super relevant.
It's nice memories, right?
Those were happy memories. Delicious memories.
Okay, here comes the IP Masquerena. Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's not very many cards left in the hand of Oscar, so Purrely with only 3 cards, it is a challenge to do a whole lot, but we do know one of them is a quick spell, and the other one is the Stray Street, so that's a massive combination.
Oh, and that is a very, very Widow Knight.
Oh my, it's Happy Memory.
Discarding Medora.
Oh!
I mean, Medora is the card that completely cracks the field of Kashtira, but having the disruption of SP Little Knight being completely useless now because of the Stray Street makes me think that you maybe, and I hate to admit this, were right about the approach to maybe try and get some more value out of the Raids off.
And I mean, now honestly, we discarded Happy Memory. This might just be E-Purrely Happiness all the way. E-Purrely Happiness is the monster that can just attack so many times at once. And if we get access to also the almighty Purrely Delicious Memory, this could just be the last turn of this duel, because that is what Purrely does.
Yeah, we have a My Friend being activated here, so...
Oh, we have another... Oh, yeah, true. We just searched another one, because we didn't use the effect. We just banished it on the activation of it. So that's huge.
Yeah, and I think we'll see what we reveal here, but if you do try and go for Delicious, what is it at these days? Is it 2? Is it back to 3?
It is at 2.
Is that 2? Okay. So if you really want to go for Delicious, you might have to try your luck a little bit here, hit that 66% on the random reveal. You can see he is thumbing through with a Delicious at the front there.
I still think it's 50%. Either it happens or it doesn't.
It does or it doesn't, you know? That's kind of how Exodia's opening usually goes.
The math professor here on the casting team, as you can clearly tell.
You do or you don't.
Exactly. Right. So, it is one of the pretty memories,
pretty
and then 2 delicious. Oh, Alexis is rolling the die. Is he going to be the one delivering the good or the bad news here for Oscar? Because he clearly wants the Delicious Memory.
All right, here it is. Let's see. I think that was pretty, actually.
Oh, no.
I think like a really big Zeus would also be more than decent in this situation.
Or just a big Noir, too, to be honest. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay, we're trying to avoid that Happy Memory just attacking into monsters over and over again.
That is so good, because the Shangri-La doesn't even need material to use in the standby phase. So you can just special summon out something for free when it comes back. Alexis is on the Kashtira technology here, and he knows how to handle it.
That was fantastic, honestly. And I mean, then also,
the
field spell is still up there, meaning that in the standby phase, when we then use the effect of Shangri-La, we can also use the effect of the field spell again, so we might get that very much needed value out of the card eventually.
Yeah, the targeting protection is only until the end of the turn, so it will be vulnerable next turn if we can try and find a way to at least set up something big here, probably like a Noir, maybe a big Zeus as well. It's really, really good against Kashtira.
Sorry, by the way, this is unacceptable. We're playing into Mech Knights in 2024. That is absolutely unacceptable behavior. But yeah, you're right. A Zeus is basically the arch nemesis of Kashtira. It always has been. This is like always the first card that people have been banishing with Unicorn ever since the deck came out.
Yeah, for sure. It's the one-of usually that you have in your extra deck, and Unicorn is the one that usually snipes it out to make sure that you are not vulnerable to that big, huge field wipe. And yeah, we've got... Oh, we did get the Delicious, actually. That's really good.
Ooh. I mean, it doesn't really matter now anymore, though, as there is no more monsters, because, of course, the Happiness can only attack multiple times on monsters and not just on an open field. That's the problem. Very well dodged by Alexi there.
Activating the Purrely here to try and hit another name. So this is going to be... I mean, we'll see what he goes into XC-wise. I think that Zeus is definitely the one you want to go for in this matchup.
I think you go for...
You want to go for Noir?
Noir is the best. Oh, look at that. We hit again.
Hit here, yeah.
We hit again with the pretty memory. I mean, just chilling on the Noir was better than that. Having a bad day, just summon the Noir. I think that's Oscar doing all day, all night. I mean, for their opponent, yeah.
There's the pretty being attached here. Plumping up the kitty.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, how many materials is that? That's 4 materials. But we don't get to search out... We don't get to Noir, right?
I think you need 5, yeah.
Yeah.
This is just a gigantic Zeus, maybe.
I mean...
Which is fine.
Yeah, but that can be outed so easily, too.
By what?
Summon Fenrir?
Zeus effect? Zeus, yeah.
Oh, now it gets outed by 1 Imperm.
And now you go Noir.
Of course. Now you got, that's what I've been telling you. You just go Noir.
Stop playing into Mech Knights, please.
Of course, we get the
big Noir.
We get the attach in the end phase as well, which is nice, so we can get some value out of the draws. Now, the question is, what do you do on the following turn? Because Noir has this strange paradox where it's extremely powerful for removing cards. You know, you just detach multiple times in a chain, you can spin the entire field. However, once you go beneath 5 materials, it then becomes vulnerable to your opponent, to now it being affected.
You can spin once for free. You have 7 materials in the end phase, right?
Yeah, and I think it might be worth spinning the SP here because it's already used the effect.
Oh, I think that would be worth spinning the Shangri-La so your opponent doesn't get to extend. They have a monster on the field, so they can't summon any Kashtira cards, and they're just sitting on SP.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
oh,
that's
look,
also
we're definitely using it, that's for sure.
Okay,
and we go for the Shangri-La. I do understand that for sure as well. Getting rid of the field spell. And honestly, it was a massive hit that he got pretty memory there off of the Purrely, right? Because that was the only way of securing that he gets that extra material through the opponent's card as well. So, massively important pretty memory hit there.
Did we resolve the street attach?
I think so, yeah. We did that before.
Okay. Going into the draw phase and standby.
I think he drew back and the only one. I mean, we have a way to out it pretty easily, but still, against a deck that is summoning a lot of the same type, there can be only one usually a good card.
Well, the thing is, if the one card that is on there is a Noir with 5 materials, it's a toughie.
Oh, it's still counting, of course. We can't really respond with SP Little Knight.
Oh no, it was 2 material, okay. There is the Honest. He has Honest in hand. I can't believe this. Should have summoned the Noir in the deck position because there is the card of the deck, the best card that you have ever seen.
And we're not trolling, we're not joking. It actually is there, and I'm still confused. For a moment, I saw that there's Eva in his list, and I was like, oh, you just search the Honest with Eva. And then I realized, no, you cannot, because that only searches monsters level 2 or lower. So he's just chilling in there. He's just vibing.
Playing a natural Honest.
Yeah.
You just don't
speak honest about it. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he should also add a Dark Honest, because some of these Purrelys are dark too, you know?
True, yeah.
The combination of both of them. What do you really do here? You have an SP Little Knight and a Rise Heart. The Rise Heart is not really doing anything, right? We're just banishing a Unicorn, trying to set up maybe a future birth.
Yeah.
We did hit one of the Purrelys there, so that at least hinders the additional potential that Oscar's deck is providing. But is that going to be enough? It was also so quick how Alexi just normal summoned that Rise Heart, right? He didn't even hesitate, immediately going for it. All right, but that's it here.
Okay. Now, the interesting thing for Oscar to decide is, does he want to use an additional spin? Because you can see we have 5, we're going up to 6 with the street. So if you use the Noir to spin the back row, then you're going to make your Noir vulnerable to SP Little Knight. So I think you just have to sit and not use Noir.
Or you target SP, then SP wants to chain, you target SP again, and then you target, and now
you just target something else, and when they chain SP, you chain it onto the SP, I think.
Or maybe they just don't. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Like, yeah, you could like hit everything here. You have to like SP, you have to target SP twice and the back row. And then all they have is 1 card in hand and a Rise Heart.
Maybe you just don't.
Yeah, probably you
just attack over it with Honest.
Yes. And there's pretty memory under it, so you're just going to get those cards next turn anyways, and it's going to be unaffected. So why even bother with that? Just keep it slow. You're in a very good position. Your opponent has 1 card in hand. You don't need to take that risk in the end phase there.
Why are we trying to make it so complicated?
Yeah.
you can just chill here.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's not even per leaped, so it doesn't go back to the extra deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have a Yeep in the hand, actually, so we can discard that from one of our Purrely spells, get some resources back into our extra and main, and then on top of that, we can fish something out of the deck here that will be untargetable.
Goodness, I love Purrely.
Yeah. As you said many times before, one of your most favorite decks. You have been piloting. Yeah. I still remember the day you with glowing eyes told me about, yo, I did that most beautiful happiness turn that you have ever seen. I attacked all of the monsters. I almost did 1,000 points of damage in between. Like, it was so good, seriously.
I still don't understand the OTK.
A true expert, yeah, a true expert. But I love the take of Oscar on the deck, because let's be real, we haven't seen this yet. Herald of Orange Light in Purrely. It just makes sense. If you draw that Eva, just randomly picking up the Orange Light, and now here comes the fun. You cannot only search Herald of Orange Light with Eva, but cool little coincidence, you can search Purrely and Purrely because they're both level 1 fairies and therefore applicable for search.
Can't search Lily, right?
Just for Purrely, for Purrely, not the Lily, but I mean, that's good enough, right?
Yeah, so we have 2 spells here that we can use as discards. And will we be seeing an Honest come down, or will it be discarded?
Please.
I must say, it is definitely... okay, we're going to run away with the SP Little Knight here. I don't know how good that is. Like,
we're clearing our own field.
Is this worth it? I mean...
I like the handling of the materials, by the way. Every time, like, he puts the card to the side, just grabs all the materials, and I think he's chaining now, yeah.
Yeah, so this makes sense. You spin away the Purrely. You spin away the Little Knight. The Little Knight doesn't fully resolve because it does have to banish both of them. So the Rise Heart stays. And then at some point, whenever there can be only one is flipped, we can then chain the Noir again to send that. And leaving an attack position monster on the field against Purrely, could be a little bit scary with that happiness.
Kinda risky indeed. There's
Destiny Hero dangerous.
The Lily effect. Also, honestly, another unique take I want to say by Oscar is that he's actually running free Purrely and free Purrely. In the past, we've seen that a lot of people have rather gone for the approach of running 2 of each of the main deck Purrely monsters, but he went all in. He was like, I'm playing all of these.
The flexibility of this deck is mind-boggling. This is just absolutely insane.
Doesn't stop to amaze you, I know.
No, I think one of the cool things about... there can be only one.
Okay.
So there can be only one can resolve. You could just let the Purrely get sent to the grave, or you could just chain and spin. The Lily hasn't used its effect to rank up, so to speak, so I think it could be worth chaining this.
I think so too. Like, the Lily alone is probably going to get you to happiness, and that is all you need, especially with that Honest in hand.
All you need is happiness.
And gone is the there can be only one.
It must be said that Purrely is definitely one of the more intermediate decks, I think. There's simple ways to play it where, you just make like a large Noir and sit on it, and there you kind of go. But definitely one of the beauties that of this deck is for sure the sequencing. One of the most toughest things when playing competitively is just trying to manage your resources properly and sequence your abilities in the correct order so that you can set up these really big, grandiose OTK lines here.
Yeah, that's why Leo loves it so much. It's a combination of all of those things. You have the ability to be really strong going first, but as we see here, you have such amazing tools going second as well. And I can't wait to see that Honest now hitting the field. Please, attack. Please, do it.
Do it to him.
For the camera.
Do it to him. Do it to him. Do it to him.
Damage step. Is he really saying damage step? Oh, baby. Honest has been activated in 2024. There is no way.
And now, listen to me. This was actually really, really good. He only plays 1, but this is in Alexi's mind now for the next game.
That's...
Oh, my.
We have a Herald of the Orange Light in hand here.
Oh, and we have Purrely too.
That's really good against Kashtira.
Yep, it's so good indeed.
Oh, Alexis has a judgment. His hand is looking kind of fine, but not against this.
Fenrir pass.
Not again. Unicorn it is.
One draw.
Wow, so we're going in.
Getting a delicious off that top there.
Is there a discard?
Is that triple? Oh, it's like double street. Okay. That's not ideal.
We do get the effect of Kashtira Unicorn off.
Never Arclight here. Never, because everything that he does is just going to get you more cards.
Going for
Not
the
really.
Birth instead of Theo. Okay, we already have Theosis. That's really strong.
You can actually play around stuff here decently well. I think Orange Lighting the Unicorn would have been kind of decent, because then you would have just for sure need to summon another monster to the field. So from the hand, most likely. Therefore, I could have understood Orange Lighting there, but I don't even know whether he has another fairy to discard for it. So
I think you like the hand advantage. I think that Purrely is in a pretty well-suited position here. Normally, back when this was, a dominating format, the fear of a Rise Heart would always be there because you need your graveyard.
Sure.
But now I think you're okay with your opponent just, playing, giving you a lot of card advantage, and Purrely is just really good at taking apart fields when they aren't under something like a Rise Heart.
That is absolutely true.
And when they have loads of cards in hand to discard.
Exactly.
I mean, so
What's
far...
your favorite discard engine?
Oh, my Shadows.
Yeah. You ever played with Dark Worlds?
Oh, that was so cool. I lost to that at Swiss Nationals.
Dark World Purrely?
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing about something like Purrely, because of how adaptable it is with, the synergies with the discards. We've even seen people play like Sprite Purrely.
Yeah.
There's a lot like the synergies that themes like this can develop.
Like the latest one was just Fiendsmith Purrely. I mean, just discard Lurry for Purrely spell is insane because it immediately just gives you the Fiendsmith combo.
Do you play three Lurry?
You just play
Wait,
3
really?
Lurry in it. Yeah,
Just
someone topped the European Championship with that. I think Sebastian Mad was.
That's really cool.
One of the Purrely experts. Really cool is, of course, also the delicious memory that Oscar is now activating. But of course, one thing we have to worry about here is the Kashtira birth being on the field. Meaning, when there is free cards in the graveyard, and that's going to be the case just after the resolution of this, we can always just banish free cards from the graveyard. So, for example, that delicious memory there. But we're probably waiting a little longer
until
here.
a spell effect is being used.
Can you really wait for this one? Because this one is going to go into Plump.
Potentially, yeah, you're right. But then you just banish for Plump. Yeah, no, I don't think you're in that big of a rush yet.
I'm curious why Oscar didn't just lead with the street, by the way.
Oh, he does do that, though.
I like, yeah, the speed
he definitely has street in hand, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
You know, you've just opened yourself up to imperm for no reason. That's kind of odd. But yeah, there goes the entire graveyard from the
it's gone.
Secret effect of birth that sometimes catches people out whenever you use a spell card, or even a spell effect that includes your continuous cards. I've been caught out a few times with that when using Tier 11 Scream, for example.
Like, that field spell could have done so much here. We're even losing our good old Purrely to the Fenrir now.
But isn't that okay for us?
I mean, then everything is out, right? And we just have so many more cards in hand. Maybe we're just completely okay with this, you're right.
Exactly. I mean, he doesn't have any discards for the Herald of Orange Light because the card that he top decked was the Big Rock, Nibiru the Primal Being. So that is not a fairy. As we said, it's a rock.
The issue is that it's just kind of wasted. You know, you could you're just losing a Purrely for no reason when you could have led with the street. So a little bit of an odd decision. Potentially just a little bit of a misstep here. And looks like on the new chain, they both activate.
Yeah, he definitely activated both. I saw him activating both for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did. He activated the Fenrir and also the Unicorn, and that's also what the judges have been saying. And look, there's a couple of cool cards that Alexi is looking through there. For example, that Condemned Dark Lord there being not the only link monster. There's also Aspi and Anima, but the Condemned Dark Lord definitely is the most interesting one, I want to say.
Looks like he went for the beauty there. Is that a one-off in his extra, or does he play two?
That is indeed a one-off, yeah, and that is then a pretty good choice, I think.
He wants another turn. Understandable.
He also... Oh, wait, no. He plays 1 E Purrely Noir, but 2 X Purrely Noir, so... Okay, there's the field spell. Maybe we can just now safely get it through, my friend Purrely. Okay.
I think maybe the set card here is still there, can only be one. Which would
It was Judgment, wasn't it?
Didn't you spell Judgment?
Yeah, that was last game, Leo.
But I mean, you can, with Purrely, you can neatly play around Judgment though, right? Because you're just using one of the Purrely effects to rank up.
So it's an effect to rank up, it's not...
Exactly. It's not an effect. Because some effects nowadays also say perform an XYZ summon, and then you can use Solemn Judgment on it, but it's not like that. You're actually using an effect for it, so you cannot use Solemn Judgment on it.
You can stop Zeus though, or SP Little Knight. Cards that break your field.
I think before we even reach that point, we're able to attach the face down, right?
I would think so too.
When we rank up.
On the other hand, there's no more beauty, so
you have to throw it on the spell.
Do you think perhaps that he deliberately didn't activate the street first to force out Fenrir?
Yeah.
Because now it means that my friend is safe potentially.
I think there definitely was a plan from Oscar here.
Is that an Nibiru? I can't.
I think maybe it's just Purrely.
I'm all over the place with my mind because I'm just too fascinated by the Purrely plays.
I'm pretty sure it's Purrely. There it is. It's just an ultimate rare Purrely, easy to be mistaken with Nibiru, of course.
No, Nibiru was already in the graveyard discarded. And
it was used for
fair enough.
So it was there. I'm not hallucinating. or something.
Okay. So we normal the Purrely. Now we just activate the Happy Memory without special summoning anything, then using the effect to bring out the E-Purrely Happiness. That immediately is getting met with Solemn Judgment.
But
now,
didn't you say that this doesn't work?
I mean, he just... Oh, wait. Yeah, totally. Oh. Yeah, but it doesn't work. You're right.
Oscar is explaining this.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yep.
Uh-oh, Solemn Judgment. Alexi looking over to the judges, but totally...
But this is Judgment. I can say no, right?
But what do you mean? He's summoning a monster.
No.
Summon monster, summon monster.
Do I not have a speaking right in this debate? This is unfair. But that happiness is going to stake to the field because Solemn Judgment cannot be activated, as I was previously explaining. Yeah.
Did we use the Purrely spell to prevent the Unicorn from being destroyed by battle this turn?
Yeah.
Okay, but I think it's slightly above the threshold, right? It needs to be 70. You need to be at around. Is it 7,000? Is the threshold to go for the?
You know what? We can just put that Solemn Judgment back into the hand now through the additional effect of Purrely Happiness.
This feels so bad. Yeah, that Judgment not really putting in any work here.
Yep. Oh, we are now just discarding the orange light for
Purrely, I suppose. We activated Delicious.
Oh yeah, true.
And now we get to go for the original Purrely here and try and hit another spell.
He has been very good at that. He has been super good. I'm calling 2 out of 3 here.
2 out of 3?
Yeah.
I'm saying the last card is a Purrely spell.
I think I'm going to go with 3. Nope.
Okay.
0.
Okay, all
We're
right.
all
We're the clear experts here.
0%.
We are the clear experts, but let's see. That's still, I mean, that happiness alone is going to provide us with a lot here. We did use the Delicious Memory on the Unicorn, meaning we can attack into it a lot of times.
This is some actual just logarithmic equations we need to do here because we have to half the Unicorn and then we're gaining from the Delicious at the same time. So I'm not going to be able to count this one up here, so just pay attention to the life
damage.
points.
There it is.
400, okay.
Good that we have judges at the table. But yeah, it definitely gets complicated, but it also gets complicated for the player piloting it, right? Because you have to sometimes just perfectly maneuver, because sometimes you actually don't want to attack over to destroy it by battle because you need to search Delicious first. Now Delicious is already resolved, so that is not that big of an issue. Still, you want to make sure, okay, now attacking into it again, and Happiness can do what it can do best. Attack, attack, and attack, and acquire a lot of materials along the way.
Yeah, and then throughout all of this, we can end on a really big Zeus, or we could just go for the Purrely Noir if we really want to. We know that the Judgment is in the hand, so that's something that can be easily sniped in the end phase of the following turn. I don't think we can game here, right? I'm pretty sure it's far too much attack. Like, if the Unicorn was, I think it's like 2,000 or lower, you should be able to perform it, but yeah, halving it again and then attaching.
I'm not even sure. We're going to see, but I think it's actually going to be quite close. If
yeah,
there's life points
really
left, it's not many of them. Okay, another happy memory, yup. I think the extra 100 points of damage from the Purrely would have done it, honestly.
I'm keeping myself out of this debate because I just summon Noir and hope they scoop. This is my approach to the Purrely OTK.
Yeah,
true.
That's a good point.
I remember your explanations regarding that exact situation, yeah.
Are you a horizontal or a vertical material type of guy?
Oh, I'm definitely, wait. Horizontal. I'm horizontal.
Okay.
I like to put them in a circle, you know?
Oh, so right, form a little ring.
Yeah.
Nah. we searched Purrely.
Hello.
Wait, but we did normal summon right in the beginning with the Purrely, right?
Follow-up.
So, oh.